what's going on, guys? My name is Nova, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple, not really simple, but like a 2D text header with like 3D stocks. And like in this tutorial I'm actually going to be teaching you how to make your own stocks. So I guess this is going to be pretty useful for a tutorial. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make some text. So you could do one text. I'm going to do two just because my name, like that, and do one more like that. So this is my name, and I'm just gonna make it like around the same size, so like that. And we could change the font, but I'm not gonna really take too much time or like waste too much time on that. So you want to put this maybe in the middle, maybe on the side. It's up to you. I'm gonna put mine on the side. And now we're gonna take the text and we're gonna like make it bigger and rotate it to the side a little bit. So you just want to duplicate both texts and rasterize them so you can merge them. And now you can actually click Ctrl T and make it bigger and rotate it to 45 degrees. So up there it says 45 degrees. So you just want to put it below your text, and you just want to click Ctrl J to duplicate that, and Ctrl T and make it a little bigger. And we're just gonna go off to the side here. And you could also get the smaller text and duplicate it again and make it a little smaller and put it like off here, something like that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, okay, this is the smallest one, so I'm gonna put this over here. So you want to lower the opacity to something like where you could see it, but it's not like completely in your face, if that makes any sense. And usually what looks the best is actually, I don't know, let's try keeping this on a lower opacity like that, and let's try, okay, that's fine. Let's try to put that up a little. Alright, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna put this one to 4, and this one to 4, and this one around the text I'm gonna keep it at 5, so it's a little brighter than the other ones. And I'm gonna make it a little bigger and move it like there. Okay, I'm just gonna move it a little bit so it's not in the way, they're not touching. And we can actually blur this text a little bit as well, like that. I think that's fine. Okay, so now you have like the main text and the backing, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna make another text, and that's gonna go under. Sorry, my phone always like decides to whatever. I'm gonna make another text, and I don't know what to put. I guess you could put subscribe. I don't know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make this smaller. Jesus Christ. And you could put it anywhere. You could put it above the text. I'm just gonna put it like maybe in the middle. I don't know. You could even put it like off to the side, which in my case I think that's what I'm gonna do. So like put it off to the side here. And I actually don't like the font. I think I'm gonna make it a slanted font. Like I usually go with this font for everything, and I think I'm gonna stick with it for this tutorial as well, because how does that look? Alright, that does not look too bad. So I'm just gonna make the text like a little bit more like that and make it smaller like that, and I think that looks a lot better than what we had before. You could rewind the video and you could actually tell that it looks pretty much, I would say, better. So pretty much we have the header right now. We're gonna add like one more light, and this is gonna be like a simple tutorial. Like the header isn't gonna look that simple, but like it's not that hard to make this header, if that makes sense. So we're gonna add a small top light like that, and you could already tell it's looking like pretty good. one more thing you can do is you can add lighting to the text. And the way I like to do this is you just take a square and put it like, maybe like, oh no, okay, sorry. Just deselect that and put it from the bottom of the text. Actually, grab like a bigger square, like pretty much like a big area except from the bottom, something like that, like a couple pixels below the text, and grab a brush that is like on 0 hardness. And by the way, you could open this menu by right clicking anywhere on the screen, and something smaller. The way I do this is hold Alt and right click, and you could actually, if you hold that, you can change the brush size. And I just put it like that should be fine. And now you have like a little lighting. I'm just gonna lower the opacity. There you go. So that's kind of like a professional thing you could do, like simple 2D professional, I don't know. Okay, so if you feel like your text is looking lame, what you can do is you can just okay, so now that your text is done, you can rasterize it and right click and merge it. And we're gonna add a new layer above the text. I'm just gonna name this main text. You don't have to do this, I'm just doing it for the sake of the tutorial so you guys know what I'm doing. Okay, so the layer we just made above the main text is gonna be a clipping mask. Oh my god, clipping mask. So right click and create dude, I can't talk. Create clipping mask, and make sure your color is black, and you have a soft brush around that size, and you just want to click random spots on the text like that. And what this is gonna do, this is gonna give the text like a metal look, like it looks more realistic, I guess you could say. So you would just lower the opacity now to something like, you could do it a lot, you don't have to, like it depends. You could even add a like Gaussian blur on it to make it more smooth, which usually I do, and I think I'm gonna do again right now. But I think that's way too much, so I'm just gonna kind of like a slight effect, but I like it. So next, what you want to do is you want to go on Google and forget like all the shit that I was looking up. You want to look up some texture. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is put texture, and actually I think I'm gonna type in black and white. And now you want to find like a cool trippy one, I guess. I don't know, like something with a lot of small lines will do. So I'm just gonna keep on searching because I'm not really like seeing what I'm looking for. I don't know, dude, like something like this, but like more clean, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry if that was an ear rape. I'm just like frustrated trying to find a texture here. I mean, you could even do something like this. Okay, never mind, that's a small resolution. Okay, maybe it was not small, it was too big. You could do something like this. Basically all you want to do is copy this and put it in Photoshop. So I'm gonna paste it like that and get it on like an area where there's a lot of like grain or whatever. And now what you want to do is you want to just like get this tool, polygonal lasso tool. It's right here, and if it's not, just click and hold and click polygonal lasso tool. And now you want to create shapes. Okay, so all you have to do, like one rule when making these shapes, you want to make sure at least one side, not at least, but like one of the sides is 45 degrees. So you just click and you hold shift and you go down this way, and that should be 45 degrees. This is not 40, this is 180 degrees, this is 90 degrees. So you just want to go like in between, which is 45 degrees, like that. And now you just click and now you just make like a kind of like a spike, if that makes sense. And you want to select inverse and click Control X. So now you have like a little I don't know, but the texture is blurry. Alright, you know what, just forget the texture. We're just gonna make the stocks like on our own. So what I like to do for stocks is I just create a new layer. Okay, so I just do the same thing, like make kind of like a shape and something like that. And you just want to grab any color. Let's see, what color do we want? Do I want to go with red? I guess I'm just gonna go with red, whatever. And you want to get like off red, like not exactly the brightest red, but like something like here. And just click OK. Okay, no, that's too much. Like something like here. And you just want to fill it in by holding Alt and Delete, like that. There's a fucking fly on my screen. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so now you have a stock, but like it looks boring. So what you want to do is you want to make a new layer above the stock. I'm just gonna rename this stock. And the layer above, you want to right click and set it to clipping mask, like that. And you want to get like the part in between, like get half of it all the way till the bottom, like just get a perfect half. And select everything, just pretty much select the half of this. And you want to actually, no, delete the layer mask or whatever. Delete that layer. You can still do it while this is selected. And while it's selected, just go to the stock layer and right click and click layer via copy. So now you have like a separate layer for the half. So now you want to actually get the fuck Steam. Now you want to actually make a new layer and set it to clipping mask, and you want to get a brush that is like probably black. You could do black, you could do like a dark green or dark red, whatever color you're using. And you want to make it bigger. So like that's what she said. Make it bigger like that, and make sure it's on hardness 0. And you just like kind of like get like a big one. That's what she said. And you just like put it in there. That's what she said. Okay. Wow. So you could get it like from top to the bottom, but I'm just gonna do it from the bottom to the top and lower the opacity like that, like to something like that. And now you're gonna do it for the other half. So you just go to the other half, make a new layer above that, set it to clipping mask, and you could start from the opposite side like this. I don't know if that makes any sense, like when it comes to lighting. Or you could just like, you could just like put it from the bottom. It depends like what the lighting in your header is, but I'm not gonna mess with it too much, so I'm just gonna put it like that and lower the opacity. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Or you could even like, okay, undo that. You could like put one here and put one here, like that, and now lower the opacity. So like, I don't know, it's whatever. I guess that's good. So we're just gonna make a new group and put everything that we just made in it. And we could put it like, you could put it really anywhere around the whole header. So you could just duplicate it and make a bigger one. Now if this is a little blurry, you can just go ahead and make a new one, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not gonna do that. You could even put one behind, like behind the text. Fuck, where are you? You could put it behind the text and make it like smaller and less bright, like do a lot of these. And like rotate them. You know, this is just all like personal. Like I can't tell you what to do here because I really can't. It's just like personal preference when it comes to this. But I'm just gonna like erase some parts like that. And I'm probably just gonna take it out because it looks shit. Like, you could keep it in there, but probably not because it doesn't look that good. But anyway, you want to like make a lot of these stocks. That's pretty much how you make them. So I'm just gonna like put one here like that and make it bigger. That's what she said. Wow, I'm so immature. Put it like there. Now you can also like duplicate it and put it the other way around. So like that. You kind of get the point, like you get the idea of what I'm doing. It's pretty much the whole time, the whole header is the same thing. I'm not saying like to duplicate them like I'm doing it, but like I'm just doing it because like I want to speed up the tutorial. But you should definitely like create new stocks to like make to like differ the variety or whatever. And you could even change it up, like make another one go this way or that way or whatever. Again, it's all up to you, like honestly. You just want to like place them anywhere and see where they look good. So I'm just gonna like do this really quick and then I'm gonna show you what to do next. Dude, like, oh my god. Okay, that looks pretty good, but the text is like hidden, so I'm just gonna like put it like, I don't know, like where do I put it? Like you could put it over the red part, but then it's not gonna be so visible. Also put the light like that you made, the top light, put it above. And I'm trying to find the light. Okay, there it is. So I'm just gonna get the light and the text and put it under my text, like, or you could put it in the bottom, like here. It really doesn't matter. It's personal preference. But yeah, this is not bad. Like honestly, you could add more elements to this. Like you could literally add a stroke to the text. Like, by the way, to be honest with you guys, I saw like a similar header to this on Twitter. I don't remember who it was made by, so if you're seeing this, I'm sorry. I'm not necessarily copying your header. I'm just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you get offended that I like stole your work, I guess you could say that. You could. Then I'm sorry, but I just needed to make a tutorial, and I don't know how to make a tutorial. From a like, I'm like, okay, I should stop talking and like tell you guys what I'm doing. So basically what I made is just like a stroke of the text, and all I did was make it bigger, and I should have just like, instead I should have guys explained it to you guys like what I was doing, but okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it again. Okay, so what I did is got my main text right here, and I just duplicated by clicking Control J. So now I have a brand new text. So I just double click it and go to stroke, and you want to add a stroke, right? So like the color could be red, could be darker. I'm just gonna go off red, like closer to the white a little bit, and size, it's whatever. I'm just gonna do 4 now and click OK. So now if we move it around, you can see that we still have the text around it or inside it. So you want to lower the fill to 0, and now you just have the stroke. So that's pretty cool. And now I'm just gonna make it bigger. Like you could even make it across the whole thing. That's kind of cool, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. And you could put it to this side. You know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna duplicate it once more, and I'm gonna hide it for now, but we're gonna come back to it later. So I'm just gonna put it like that's fine. And now you want to right click on the text or on the stroke text, and you want to rasterize layer. So now I'm gonna get my eraser, and I'm just gonna erase some parts, like maybe around the text, like, I don't know. It's whatever. Just erase some parts, like, that's all that matters. So now I'm gonna get the second one and put it under and make this one way bigger. And I'm gonna rotate this one by 45 degrees again. So like now you could put it here. And you're gonna rasterize this one again, and now just delete some parts of this. Like, honestly, it's the same thing, but it's like you're just doing it again. And we're gonna blur this one. So like you just want to erase, like, all you need to erase is like the parts around the, like, where there's something else, that's where you erase. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it did. And I'm gonna add some blur to this one, so like kind of separates this one from the other one, like that. Maybe it's too much there. And honestly, I'm just gonna get rid of like some of this, because then it doesn't look clean. So like that. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this part here. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. I'm trying to think what else we can add to this. Maybe get rid of that. It doesn't matter. Actually, I'm gonna blur this one as well, just a little bit, not as much. Like that. Okay, so I'm trying to think what else we can do. Maybe let's try to add some more spikes. Why not? It doesn't matter. And you could honestly, like, to make it different a little bit, what you can do is you can make some of these like grayscale. And I'm gonna show you guys now. I'm just gonna merge it for no reason. And go to image adjustments and desaturate. So like now you can see like it's gray, and there's a lot more, like, it's a lot less boring, I would say. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I hope it does. So I'm just gonna make one more here, which is gonna be bigger, like that. And I'm gonna lower the lightness. There we go. So I'm just gonna duplicate this light one. Like that. Maybe put it there, who cares? And just duplicate the dark one again and put it like you get the idea. It doesn't matter like where you put it. Maybe make it smaller and put it over. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter, but like to me it does. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, I'm so picky when it comes to designing, and maybe it's a good thing, you know. Maybe it's a good thing, but maybe it's not a good thing, and I'm just being unnecessarily picky. If that's the right word. I'm gonna put this one under all of them. I'm sorry if this is like a bad tutorial, but I feel like this is gonna do good. I don't know. I can feel it when my tutorial does good. What else can we do? I think we can grab this text, like the main text again, and make it bigger, like that. And this time we're gonna put it over everything pretty much except the top light. And we're gonna double click it and change the color overlay to black. So like that. Make it a little bit smaller. And right click and rasterize it. And now you want to put it like there. So now you want to go to filter, blur, and motion blur. And you can motion blur it like that. And set the angle to 0. So it kind of looks like the text is flying in from the stocks to here. Like, you could even keep that part in like that. And there you go. So that kind of like makes it less boring. I don't know. you just want to, you could erase some parts if you want. Doesn't really matter. Like that. I think I overdid it with the stocks, honestly. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine as well. I think I'm gonna get rid of that one. And for this one, I'm gonna change the lightness and make it a little darker. Like that. And honestly, it doesn't matter if the stocks, like, if they're not all the same lightness. And actually, just to show you that it makes it sometimes even look better, I'm gonna merge it first of all. Oh shit, what did I do? I'm gonna merge it, and I'm gonna go to image adjustments, and I'm gonna make it a little darker. That does in fact make it look even better. So I'm gonna go to this one, and actually, instead of going to image adjustments and hue and saturation for this one, that would work as well. But instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a new layer above it, right click and create clipping mask, and I'm gonna get a black brush again and like kind of like make it blend in a little bit and lower the opacity. So like that. There you go. So that's pretty much it. I mean, just imagine, like, instead if I put the text in the middle, I think it would look a lot better. I'm not sure, but perhaps it would look better. And I don't know. Let's see, where can I put this? Like, maybe we could put it back on the thing. Like, you could even keep it here to make it less stocky. I guess that's the word. I don't know. And let's see. I think we could also add a logo in the middle. Like, I think maybe that would kill it, but maybe not. Maybe it will look good. So I'm gonna check it out and see if it looks fine. So I'm just gonna get my logo, and I'm gonna change the color. Don't worry about what I'm doing right now. It's just that my logo has like white edges, so I have to cut them out every time I put it in, because I'm just too lazy to make a new logo. So I'm gonna make it white, my logo, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle. So like, and this would honestly, like, I think it's gonna look good because my logo is kind of like a slanted style, and I think it fits in pretty well, honestly. And like, even if I didn't put text, like, I think it would look good with just the stocks. So yeah, the stocks are really useful in this case. It's like it's really like a thing where you could like literally put it anywhere and it's probably gonna look good. I'm gonna make this smaller, and I'm gonna add a nice glow. So just go to outer glow, change the size to something bigger, and like that. And I don't think I like this, like the stroke right here. I don't know. Like, it doesn't look bad, but it makes it look not clean. So I'm just gonna give it motion blur, and I'm gonna give it motion blur, and I'm gonna give it a 45-degree angle. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. Help me. We could do that, and we could definitely duplicate it and put it like here as well. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this header looks good for you guys. I mean, I don't think it looks that bad, but it could be better. I'm just gonna erase this a little bit. There we go. So yeah, that's how you make a clean header. Your logo is in the middle. Also, your text is there if you want like your logo and your name, and you have like a kind of like a promotional thing to subscribe to your channel. And let's see, I don't think it's done yet. Like, I feel like it needs something, but I don't know what. Like this side over here is like super crowded, and this side over here is like plain, and I guess that's okay. It's really not that big of a deal, but you could honestly like add one more stock. You could add one more stock to the other side. So like I don't know, guys. I don't know. Just add like a big stock over here. Maybe like that, and under it, no, fuck. And add like a red one under, I don't know, guys. Maybe add like a shadow, like just manually make a shadow like that with just a brush like that, and put the text above it. Like literally, it's that easy. Hold up. Oh, I forgot the other part of the text. Like that. There we go. And actually, I'm gonna make the text smaller, like so it's not like so annoying, because it was really annoying like when it was big like that, and it's still like kind of like non-symmetric like this. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. Maybe like move it towards here a little bit. It doesn't look. I don't know. It doesn't really look symmetric, but that doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. I'm actually just gonna move this a little closer to the logo as well, so it's kind of like the same distance, at least kind of like the same distance. Or I'm gonna move it further apart. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. So last thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna duplicate it all again, the whole text, and we're gonna put it under the main text, and we're gonna make it all black. So just double click the layer and add a color overlay, and now you just right click and rasterize layer style. Okay, so now you're just gonna move it like down here above the stock, and you're just gonna add like a blur. So just go to filter, Gaussian blur, and I may be talking way too fast, I'm sorry. I want to make this a quick tutorial. So just add some blur, and you want to put it above the red layer right here, so it's just above that, and right click and create clipping mask and lower the opacity a little bit, so that gives it some nice shadow. And the top light, where's the top light? The top light over here, you could like duplicate it to make it a little bit stronger. And I don't know if I like the thing, like the shadow going across, but it doesn't really matter because it's a tutorial. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, leave a comment, and yeah, if you want to see more tutorials, just let me know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, peace out.